Word Nerds! Happy Tuesday! Today I've got some recommendations for you that are books on writing that aren't really for beginners. After I started writing with the intent of publishing someday, I read a lot of books on writing and learned a lot of things to hone my craft, and after so many books you start to notice that things are getting repeated. You start to see the same things on having structure, making sure your characters have an arc, the same basics on writing dialogue and showing not telling, and it starts to kind of feel like it's not worth it to be reading all of these books because they are starting to get really repetitive. But there are so many awesome books out there that can help you hone your craft even more, even if you're not at like the very beginning learning about plot and structure stages. The first book I'm going to recommend to you is Self-Editing for Fiction Writers by Rennie Brown and Dave King. This one does cover all of the basics you need for a good book. Like, it's still going to talk about showing and telling and voice and dialogue and characterization, but it does it really in depth and with revisions in mind. It's got great checklists at the end of every chapter for things you should go through your manuscript and look for and do and fix, and it's very detailed. If you're revising your book and you go through all the things this book tells you to do, your book is going to be so strong. The second book I'm going to recommend is How to Write Killer Fiction by Carolyn Wheat. This book, while it does have several parts that rehash on things you might already know if you've read some books on writing, also goes so in depth on how to write suspenseful, thrilling scenes. It uses great examples and it teaches you how to really dig deep into your writing and write things that are going to be scary, not just for your characters, but for your readers as well. And the third and final book I'm going to recommend to you today is The Emotional Craft of Fiction, How to Write a Story Beneath the Surface by Donald Mass. I'm reading this one right now, you guys, and it is blowing my mind. The inside is beautiful. I mean, look at that. Look at it. It's so pretty. This one is possibly the most in-depth book on writing that I've read to date. In it, Donald Mass teaches how to write a book that will leave your readers feeling emotions rather than just giving your readers a character who is feeling emotions, if that makes any sense. Like, you know how some books just make you feel things? You put it down and you can't stop thinking about it? That's what he's trying to teach you how to do. It teaches you how to dig deeper than what's at the surface, and by doing that, you create a character that's much more memorable, much more relatable, and a scene that's really gonna affect people. With this one, definitely take your time. I know it's a short book, and so it would feel real good to like tear through it, but really think about it. Do all of the exercises. If a passage doesn't make sense to you the first time, read it again. I probably spent a good hour and a half on chapter 2 alone, and it's amazing what is happening to my writing. Thank you so much for watching today, Word Nerds. Be sure to let me know what your favorite writing books for non-beginners are down in the comments. I've put links in the description to where you can buy all of these books. You can also probably check them out from your local library. Be sure to tune in this Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Word Nerds live chat. We are going to be talking about Bookish fangirling. There'll be lots of things, and it's gonna be so fun. I cannot wait to see you then, and until then, stay nerdy.